Now this is the hoisting works. I know it goes down at least 1,200 feet. It has to. There is a haulage tunnel or drift that goes all the way through the mountains and connects in with the number 1, which is on the other side. That's how they got all the ore from that mine to here, and then they would truck it down to a grizzly and then down into those cone crushers, and then it would go into the ball mills and the flotation cells after that. We got the man lift right here, which is referred to as a pony lift. You can get men on both of them. You can get men in and out really fast. And instead of running ore cars in and out, they would have 2 skips on here that would dump with an automatic mechanism at the top. That's referred to as a Kimberly. The wheels would lock into those tracks up there and automatically dump. It's a much more quicker and efficient way of getting ore in and out of the mine and dumped into the bin. These 2 skips run on a separate drum than this little pony lift. This pony lift operates off of a smaller one, which we're going to go take a look at. Wow. Look at the size of those Westinghouse motors. Incredible. Here's your speed controller. Variable resistor control right here. And then for your brakes right here, 1 for each drum. And then there's your depth indicators right there to tell you where your skips are at. This setup is completely intact. Hasn't been touched since it shut down in the 70s. And I wanted you to see this because everything is exactly the way it was as they left it. Even the controller's little heater is still here when it got cold out, because it gets cold up here. And of course they got the phone. Yeah, I'll take a 12-pack, yeah. And give me my coffee while you're at it. It's very important that the operator concentrated on what this is doing, because this would tell him what he needs to do with those skips.
Just came up through
There ore pass there?
a little side thing, but there's an ore pass that goes down. There's ladders and stuff. But it's
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Look at that.
Isn't that?
Isn't that the prettiest thing you ever saw?
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
How cool is that? You want to hop in? I'll give you a ride. Wow.
Get back about it.
Look at that. That's got a limiting chain on it too. I've never seen that. Get all that rock up in there. That's a cool design. Look at that. Just a little oil and this thing would be good to go. Look at that bunker, huh? That doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy, nothing will. Wow. This is what's referred to as a 2-stage compressor. Massive compressors. The reason why this one's in pieces is because it was, from what I understand, they were doing maintenance on it. And they have 2 compressors. The mine is so big, they have a backup compressor while one is down for maintenance. So they were tearing this one apart and refitting it, and the other one was operating. Now I want you to get an idea of the size and scale of these things. I mean, this thing is massive. Look at the electric motor that's in charge of running the 2 pistons. This thing is incredibly huge. And like I said, the only reason that this thing is not working is because they tore it down for maintenance. If you were to refit it with new seals, you could have this thing running again. It was just down for maintenance back in the 70s and they never put it back together. So in the meantime, the other one would run until this one went up online and they could switch back and forth. These compressors are ran by this. This is the main breaker box. Look at the size of this. And from what I understand, this is running 480. You need super thick gloves before you start touching any of this. That is a lot of voltage. Jeez, look at the windings in the back. They're huge. There's no way I put my hands close to this thing. I wonder if it's MSHA approved. Look at that. That's an old giant powder box. They're using it for all different types of tools and parts. For those of you that don't know, Giant is one of the name brands of powder companies back in the day. There was Atlas, Hercules, and Giant. If they didn't have it, they made it. This looks like it's been forged and beaten and cut. But I think I can take this nut off with this right here. And then when you got time, you can...
What's a resistor grid for? For the grid to be resisted.
Yeah. When this electric motor is going backwards, electric motor becomes what? A generator. So when those two skips are going down and this thing's going backwards, it becomes a generator. Well, where's all that electricity gonna go? So you gotta dump it into this resistor block over here, this resistor grid, and these things get red hot. It looks intact.
It's pretty much intact.
It's like they were working on a V8 and they said, okay, don't come in tomorrow. Why? Well, because we're shutting the mine down.
Yep.
What? Look at all this. You could just fire it right back up.
Pretty much.
Imagine all the stuff that was ever made in here. Amazing. Oh, they even have a little ore card here. It's a trash can. It's a side dumper. Look at the anvil. Ching, ching. What? Yow! This is incredible. I mean, look, everything is intact. You could build anything in here. Look at these huge drill presses. Monstrous. Oh, look at the lathes.
That's a little one.
Little baby lathe. They probably got a monster one in here.
Down there, there's two bits.
Presses. More like a lot of lathes in here. Gee. Huge lathe. Gantry cranes. Gotta get that 500-pound over there. Dynamite. Oh. You put your sample in here. Of course, the motor's missing. This thing would spin around, and then it would come out the bottom. This is how they would do sampling, using those tiny little sample mills. Look at this. This is incredible. I could spend all week in here. Little baby compressors. Look at this. Old radiators. There's a locker. There's a straight, geez, look at the size of that straight bore. Woo-hoo, look at the size of the bore on that thing. And look at the crankshaft. Oh, jeez. Lockers. Cool looking clock. What's in here? Oh, of course, you gotta have office, administration. Hey, boss man, can I have the day off? No, get back to work, Slag. Johnson, where's my coffee? Oh, cool, look what I found. These are the tags. This is how you tag in and tag out of a mine. On a tag board. When you work for a mine, you're given a tag. This is when they were building the operation. Back in the 40s. Look at that. And this is all the schematics of all the equipment. This is on the 600-foot level. A loaded slusher run, Castleton mine. All the blueprints, all the equipment that's down in the mines down below. This is incredible. Look at that. Oh, and this looks like part of the hoist right here. Combined Metals Reduction Company, Castleton. This is the crushing plant. Oh, I could spend all day in here looking at all these blueprints. And there's just oodles and oodles of it everywhere. Hand drawings. More blueprints. This looks like the flotation tanks out front. Heaters, of course. All your books for your parts catalogs. Wow. The old batteries. This is a battery casing. This is incredible. Oh. The battery would be on the other end of this for the miners. Put it up there.
Like mine.
Yep. Yeah, and they got the batteries in here too. A week in here easily. Proper lifting management. Oh, a safety belt. All the miners would wear one of these. And look, slickers. That's what the miners would wear. Because you wouldn't wear your regular clothes like this. Come on. So you'd wear these. Because when you're working down in the mines, it's really wet and dirty and muddy because of all the water, the natural groundwater that's down there. And of course, when you're working jackleg drills, they're water flush systems. So all that water's coming through, and it's like you're basically being rained on all the time. So you gotta wear your slickers. And of course, your galoshes, hard hat. And then at the end of the day, you go to a dry room, change out, get your city clothes back on, put your work clothes away. There's some more slickers right there. This was mine.
Teamwork
It's
made
mine.
the dream work.
Look at the size of that silver ore. Can you move it?
I don't know.
Big old honk of silver. How do you like that? I'm taking this piece home. This, like I always tell you, if you want to look for good ore samples, specimens, look around the grizzly, because a lot of times it fell off to the side. And that's where you look. That, or you go down in the bottom. Maybe it's still full. The hopper or the ore bin could still be full. But this is what they were mining. Let's see if I can get one in there. Okay. Put that in there. Close the valve. Oh, I'm out of hydraulic fluid. Oh, it cracked it. Now I can take a snapshot in there, clean it up, use my jeweler's loop. Take a look inside. Oh, a lot of companies, what they'll do is they'll split the core. They'll keep half of it in a vault somewhere locked up, and they'll send the other one out for assay. And when the assays come back, if there's any question, they have the other one on hand. These are some interesting cores. I'll show you some more of these on a snapshot later. I always love this nasty collapsed shale. Look at that fault gouge running right in there. You see that? That's referred to as fault gouge, where it's all broken up. We're on a shear zone right here. And that stuff is soft and nasty. There's the vein material they're pulling. And there's the fault gouge on the outside of it. That's shale. Ooh, don't you just love shale? Huh? Look how big the back is on this. You can see the first quartz vein that they found right here. See that? Running right along through here. So what they do is they followed it. And they tunneled all the way back in there. And silver. And most of it's in the quartzite. Of course it is. It's in the quartzite. Oh wow, look at this. Somebody's nice enough to put arrows in here. This goes up. I want to go down. Oh, there's some silver right there. See that? That's all silver. That black. See all this red hematite, and you got this black that you see? That's silver. Just gobs and gobs of sulfides. Good job, Christopher. You found a sulfide mine. That's all sulfide locked up in there. See how when it's altered like this, it becomes extremely brittle. See that? And it just flakes away. Oh, there's some safety fuse. We're going to take a sample of this out, Christopher, and we're going to light it and see if it burns, because a lot of you out there said you wanted to see what safety fuse looks like when it burns.
All right, good.
So, and no, this isn't det cord, so don't get excited. And besides, even if it was, it'd take more than a match to initiate it. As long as it doesn't have a copper-looking cap on the end, you're fine. Right? All right, so what we're looking at is they would take samples from different churn drill holes, and they would number them at the top. 96, 94, so on and so forth. And then they'd have the depth. And this is what they were pulling out of there at the time. This is very unique. I've never seen anything quite like this. So this is basically a map of what they're finding underground through the churn drill holes. And then this way they can go back and they can study it if they need to research it or find out. Or if they have investors come in, they can show this to them. But this is amazing. And they're all over the place. Look at that. That is amazing. There's just tons of them. Number 18, George Washington number claim. Wow. That is amazing. Yeah, and there's your depth. The sludge sample. The comments. And you can see how it's almost like it's stratified material. You can see the compositions of the strata on the way down. The different, those almost looks like bedding planes. What a nice way to actually see what's inside of the ground, like a snapshot. Samples, brecciated quartz, you've got limestone, you've got quartzite, of course that's common in this area. Very, very detailed listing of exact percentages, what they pulled out in ounces, silver, lead, zinc.
January 3rd, 1941.
Lots of lead, lots of zinc, a little bit of silver, and a little bit of gold, 0.05. Not a lot of gold coming out of here. But the silver is good, and so is the zinc and the lead. Well, come on in, boys. Let's have a shower. There's your showers. Ooh-wee. Man, those knobs are pretty high.
So everybody was together.
Oh yeah, all the men are in here. There's where your bars are so far.
So the same time.
Yeah, all the men are in here showering together.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, oops, there goes my bar of soap. I don't think that's a urinal.
Maybe. For everybody can do the same time.
What you got, Joanne? What's in here that's so interesting?
You don't find them very often.
Oh yeah, column drills.
Right here is a drill. There's
Wow.
another one over there. Evidently, this was a service room. There's a jack leg. All the stuff that you don't get to see very often because, well, they're all stolen.
What you got there, Christopher?
Safety fuse.
Yeah, are you gonna do the safety dance? You sure it's not det cord?
I don't know.
All right. Well, hold still.
My own suspicion is it won't.
It's starting to fizzle.
Is this 42 seconds per foot?
right now it's 0 seconds.
right.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, it was 1 and 2.
The outer sheet's burning, but I don't think it's freezing.
It's like at the
Right,
end.
like it's sparking.
I'm not seeing nothing. The tar's
Yeah,
burning.
the tar's burning, the outside's burning.
I wonder if the powder is wet because of the moisture in there.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Too bad you couldn't get. You got a clean cut.
Boys are
It's
playing with fire.
definitely, it's definitely, I can smell the sulfur coming off of it.
Then the next. That's more like 1 foot for every 42 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing nothing.
It's
I've had
wanting to,
campfires
but it's just
that
the
burn
oil.
fast.
I know, right?
The tar on the outside. Yeah.
We're gonna have to find some better fuse.
Duddage.
Wah, 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 wah. Ah. If you like today's video, I want you to smash that like button. Smash it hard. So until next time, this is Jet Williams and
Chris.
and
Joanne.
saying, you like these Mine Explorer videos? Well, we do too. Stick around, boy, because we got more just for you. Take care, everybody. So come on, let's go!